Hello, and welcome to Spirit Touch Lessons in the Sanctuary. Let's start talking about In the Sweet By and By, a hymn written in 1868, because heaven is the sweet by and by. The sweet by and by is a place that's fairer than day. We can see it by faith. Our Heavenly Father is waiting for us there and has a place prepared for us on that beautiful shore, which is one of the places where we can meet Him up there. Right now, we just sing about it. As we do, it blesses our thoughts and takes away our sorrows. It's a place of rest. This is one reason why we can give thanks to our Heavenly Father for the bountiful gifts in His storehouse. Our praise is a tribute to Him for His love to us. All of His blessings enhance our days down here while we wait. Strangely, it was written by a pharmacist in Wisconsin. The idea came from one of his friends who was also a customer. The man came in one day feeling down in the dumps. The author stopped what he was doing and wrote the lyrics within a few minutes and gave it to his friend as a prescription. His friend also wrote music, so they wrote several hymns together. The friend had a violin with him that day. As we read the words, as he read the words, the music came to him. So he began to write the notes in his, to play the notes in his head on the violin and sing the words. The first people to hear it were a few other customers in the pharmacy. No, it's a classic. We'll understand it better by and by, based on Hebrews 11:1. Trials dark and darkness on every hand, and we cannot understand all the ways that God would lead us to that blessed promised land, but He will guide us with His eye, and we will follow till we die. We will understand it better by and by. By and by, when the morning comes, when the saints of God are gathered home, we will tell the story of how we have overcome. We will understand it better by and by, and I'm looking forward to that. Oft our cherished plans have failed. Disappointments have prevailed, and we have wandered in the darkness, heavy-hearted and alone. But we are trusting in the Lord, and according to His word, we will understand it better by and by. Temptations, hidden snares, often take us unawares, and our hearts are made to bleed for some thoughtless word or deed, and we wonder why the test when we tried to do our best, but we'll understand it better by and by. I think that these two hymns go together because they talk of heaven and how and use the term by and by in their titles. By and by is that heavenly place in God. That's our final destination. And when we do gather at the river, there will be on that, then we will be on that beautiful shore. When we get there, we will finally understand all those things we didn't down here. So it's also a place of understanding. The interesting thing is that God will guide us there with his eyes. When we get there, we will tell each other our stories of how we got there. There won't be any darkness. Our hearts won't be heavy anymore with worries or disappointments. Until then, we have to trust him. There won't be any temptations up there to sidetrack us. Our brains will go into gear before we do or say thoughtless things. We will get there because we passed those tests and trials, and we did the best we could, knowing that understanding does come by and by, even down here. When we do understand, it's wonderful. We can hardly wait we can hardly wait for that better understanding in the sweet by and by either, Lord. Yes, that sweet by and by is home. Hebrews 13:14 tells us about a city in heaven. I know it has the New Jerusalem. We know this city will be by the river. There will be 2 trees there that have different fruits every month. It's a holy city like the one down here, only this one will be filled with the glory of God. Revelation 21:2 and 10. There it will be surrounded by a high wall that has 12 gates, each with the name of one of the tribes. On the foundation of the wall will be the names of the 12 disciples. Verses 15 through 21 give the measurements. There's no temple in this new city because Jesus is that temple. Those gates will never be closed. Nothing impure can enter. Only those whose names are in the Lamb's book of life can go. Romans 8:18 and 19. Mr. Jeffers tells us before the glory of heaven, there are the trials on this earth. Before the hallelujahs, there are the hurts, and before the crowns, there is the cross. These things we have to endure before heaven, but it will be worth it all and then some. There are some conditions in that famous verse 28 that mostly go unnoticed. Number 1, love God. Number 2, be called according to his purpose. Number 3, be properly related to God through faith in his son Jesus. All things are not good. Dark is not light. Sorrow is not joy. Death is not life. When you are dead in sin, you are not alive in Jesus. There's not a silver lining in every cloud. In this verse, good relates to God's will and purpose, not ours. His purpose is to mold us on his potter's wheel into the image of his son via our actions, attitudes, and our affections. Verse 28 8 happens when he is in control. Psalm 139:16 and Proverbs 16:9. This verse means that no matter what your circumstances, God is alive, working and abiding in you. In Hebrews 12:1, it tells us there are witnesses in heaven. Those are the folks in the chapter 11 Hall of Fame. What does that mean? It means we should have the same kind of faith they had down here. Where here we have a body and a spirit. It will be the same in heaven. That's for believers. Look at Daniel 12:2. It says what it says about unbelievers. Woe. Now the question is, which kind of new body do you want? You may send your prayer request to He Answers, TWO, @gmail.com.